Welcome back, and you're watching the newsroom on ET now. And let's quickly go across and look at talk to the Ashok Leyland management for the Q2 numbers. Now we are joined by Mr. Gopal Mahadevan, who's the CFO and whole-time director of the company, and he's surely going to give us insights on how was Q2 and what to expect going forward as well. Welcome on board, Mr. Mahadevan. And I want to start quickly with talking about the volumes. So now we are seeing volumes are improving on a month-on-month basis and are hopefully going to increase the top line and see an improvement in the top line as well. So now I have two questions. One is, where are you seeing the volumes going in the second half of FY22? And the second one is, currently the headwinds are there on the commodity costs. So how do you see the margins panning out going forward?
Yeah, I think, thank you for that question. If you were to look at our margins, I'll tackle the margins first. Yes, you're right, commodity costs are going up, but what the company has been doing is two things. One is to raise prices as efficiently as possible, but also to start gaining market share, which we have started to do. The second thing is we've also taken, a conscious call to look at operational efficiencies in a big way, taking out cost out of the product, which does not affect the capability or capacity or the performance of the product. And we believe that as the demand starts to go up, the benefits of not only operating leverage, but also the cost optimization would actually shore up the bottom line much better. I think the second half should be much better than the first half, given that the fears of COVID third wave are waning. The economy is opening up, definitely. Almost all sectors have opened up. People are more on the, into offices, into restaurants, into cinemas. And I think all of this is going to augur well. The third bit of it is, if you look at all the core sectors, right, including infrastructure, real estate, a whole host of manufacturing sectors and e-commerce, all of them are started to do very well. And this should augur well for the commercial vehicle industry. What we are also waiting for, being a very significant bus manufacturer, is for personal transportation to public transportation to improve. Once that happens, bus volume should also catch up. So overall, we believe that better times are to come.
Right, so second half is expected to be better than the first half. But what I want to talk about is also your net debt levels, which stands at around 3,100 crore in Q2. So at what debt levels do you wish to end the financial year 2022?
We hope so. We would want to maintain the debt levels at this level and reduce it further. I think a lot of this is going to depend on the level of demand that comes in, because as money flows from the P&L into the balance sheet, that helps a lot. There was over 1,000 crore reduction in debt levels from Q1 to Q2, and I think that's an exemplary job done by the management all across. From receivable management to inventory management. I think it has been done very, very well, and we hope that we are able to continue the trend. But I wouldn't want to give an outlook at this moment. We'll possibly review this and share the details in the end of Q3.
And if you could give us more details on what is the product launch pipeline for you, and also more details on how the CNG vehicle launches are planned going forward.
Well, I wouldn't want to give a number, but I think we would have some, we have multiple segments, right? You've got tippers, you've got tractor trailers, multi-axle vehicles. Of course, we have LCVs and then ICVs. I think that you would see introductions happening, not in all of them, but in many of them. We'll share the details with you as we move forward, because there are some products which are coming out. And of course, the most important being the CNG variant that will come out in the fourth quarter.
And lastly, sir, I just want to know one thing, is that the Switch Mobility, which is the EV arm of Ashok Leyland, has continued to grow its order book, whether it's in India, UK or EU. So at what levels does it stand now?
It's a mix of both, and of course, which has started to do well in the domestic markets as well, with garnering some STU orders for electric vehicles. But I'm not going to rob the Switch management of their thunder. You will hear some announcements of the orders very shortly.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mahadevan, for joining with us on the show. But with that, we are out of time on this edition of the news.